Hello everyone, this is another quick video. This is about the simulator, a tool simulator that I created, and it can be found on GitHub. It's called the RDS recommendation. This tool will allow you to just simulate your instance size based on some metrics like CPUs, memories, IOPS, throughputs, and utilization. The uh, the tool, as I said, is called RDS Recommendations. Like I seen, if you see it here on the screen, and once you download the RDS tools from the GitHub, it's with the RDS comes with the RDS tools, and it could run simply. It's a batch job. You can run simply like this. It takes first parameters is the CPU, second memory, and then it takes IOPS, throughputs, and CPU utilization and memory utilization. The very first two is the required, and here I'm just trying to simulate a memory and CPUs of 50 and 50. If I hit enter, it's gonna go on and check for what's available instances for 50 and 50, and it's gonna come back with 12x large and 12x large. This is assuming that utilization is all zeros. IOPS throughputs utilization is zeros, and what you can see here, this is a scale down of what actual the instance is for 50 and 50. If I go and I pass like zeros, throughput 0, IOPS, and I put 50 utilization and 50, what the tool is going to do here is going to simulate an instance with 50-50, which means it's going to be like to like. There's no scale down, no scale up. If I hit enter, it's going to come back with most probably 16x large rather than 12x large. So if I go here and I put 80, this will scale up your instance based on that 80%. The rule for the RDS tool is anything that's less than 50 will scale down, 50 will remain as is, 80 will scale up. So what happened here is, if you notice, is the 80% is the memory utilization. As I said, you've got the CPU, memory, IOPS, throughputs, CPU utilization, and memory utilization. The last one is memory utilization, which is 80. What the tool did is actually it did not scale up, but it switched you from general purpose to memory purpose, where you actually get double of the memory without paying the extra CPUs. If I go with 80 and 80, for example, and I hit enter, uh, so here it's actually is gonna scale you down because you need more CPUs based on the assessment, which is 80% CPUs and 80% memory. What happens here, because of that 80% memory, is scaled you up and you remain on the memory optimized uh, instance. And you can just play with that, and maybe you can change it to, for example, let's say 24 and 128. If I hit enter, so this come back with 12x large, right? Uh, a quick note on how do you know. This is a rough. I just put this together quickly to just to help customers in probably figuring out quick scenarios of what the instance looks like, right? But if you want to know what the instances look like or what the parameters are, if you're gonna open up this in PowerShell and you go to the top, this is with its CPUs, memories, IOPS, throughputs, CPU utilization, and memory utilization. So those are what the lineup is, and you just have to pass them as is, and just be careful not to switch the CPUs and the memory. All right. So one another thing I want to share with you is if I go here and let's say I'm going to drop this to, for example, 48, because the tool what it does is it will uh, scale you up based on that IOPS and throughputs. So I want to go here. I want to change this to 0 and 0. I want to see what it looks like. So this is supposed to come down to maybe 8x large, I believe. 4x large. So it goes back to 4x based on that 24 CPUs and 48 memory. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna change and the IOPS. So I'm gonna go with 25,000 and 800 throughput. Let's see what's gonna come back with. All right. So basically, the only one that can handle the 25,000 IOPS and 800 throughput is the M6i.4x large. If I go and I bump this to 1,000, which I believe is the max right now. Mm, all right, so it's still for, I want to, okay, let me bump the IOPS and go with 35,000. All right. Still, M6i is one of the best ones that can handle a large IOPS and throughputs. I'm gonna show you, just I'm gonna try to keep playing with this and see how do we get different instances based on those IOPS and throughput. All right, so here it is, 50,000 IOPS and 1,000 throughputs. Uh, R5B 8x large or X2 IEDN 8x large is what is required to support those parameters. So this is how to use this tools. Go ahead and download it, play with it. Again, as I said, the purpose of this is to simulate your workloads. And what you can do with this is like you can see how, with lowering, for example, CPU utilization, memory utilization, or IOPS or throughputs, you can get a better instance or lower instance and save more on the RDS costs. And as always, if you have any question, reach out to me on the www.rdstools.info. Thank you so much.